Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is Luciana Turner of the LT&A Consulting Group, and I am now live on Facebook and on Clubhouse. Yes, this is my second Clubhouse room. Let's see. I'm still learning how to navigate Clubhouse. So, let's see if I can ping some people in the room so I can know I'm live. I have my recordings on in Clubhouse, so if you don't catch me live on Clubhouse, the room recordings are on, and I'll leave the replay up. My replay recordings are on in Facebook, so you can definitely catch the recordings there. Share them with your friends, share them with those who you know are interested in government contracting, but just missed the room tonight. I'm not going to be before you long, just a quick video, and I'm going to just let you go because I want to honor and respect your time. So just a brief overview about me. My name is Luciana Turner. I'm the founder of the LT&A company. And I've been in government contracting, inclusive of my nonprofit time, for about 21 years. I have an extensive financial analysis background, but my meat and potatoes in government contracting lies within my compliance experience doing audits with DCAA, Department of Labor, things of that nature. I wanted to come to you briefly because I want to let you know that, one, I'm hosting a masterclass on Saturday night, which is complimentary, and with just the 5 points of contract readiness. It's Saturday night, November 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link for registration is in my bio. It's also in the description for the room and in the comment section. I just want to go through the key areas of readiness that you should have or you should be in when you're going for a government contract. Far too often, when you hear people talking about government contracting, they're talking about certifications, finding the opportunity, and writing a proposal. We don't hear enough conversation around, are you contract ready? We don't hear enough conversation around, are you adhering or do you even know and understand the rules and regulations surrounding government contracting? And one of the things that we're going to talk about Saturday night hinges upon what it takes to be contract ready. And contract readiness is important. Secondly, on Black Friday, I am launching what I'm calling the Contractor's Planner. Once again, everybody wants to go after the opportunity. Everybody wants to write the winning proposal. But what I'm finding and what I've noticed over the years in government contracting is far too often contractors, especially small businesses, those new to the industry, do not properly know how to track an opportunity. They're not sure what they should be monitoring when it comes to tracking the contract opportunity. That's where my planner comes in at. And I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the tool that is going to be coming out that I believe is going to be a game changer for small businesses entering the contracting field. It answers the question of what should I know or what should I look for when I'm pursuing an opportunity in government contracting. So I'm excited for that. I think it's going to be something that every government contractor is going to be looking for. And finally, another thing that's coming out is I'm launching my class before the RFP. A lot of times people are asking me, What do I need to do to get started in government contracting? And my class before the RFP addresses that. It addresses, and we go beyond NACE codes. We go beyond, we delve deep into how to determine who your ideal client is. But in what I've noticed when I go back over my notes from discovery calls, talking to clients, talking to potential clients, from my work on some of my contracts, the pervasive thing, the thing I've noticed time and time again, the one thing that I spend the bulk of my time working on with my clients is they really can't answer the question of what they sell. They have this high, as the old folks used to say, high tone notion, but they really don't know what they're selling to the government. And if they do know, it's vague. It's full of industry language and jargon, but it isn't specific enough so that somebody can say, okay, that is something I need. It isn't specific enough so that somebody can say, oh, that solves the problem I currently have. It is so broad brush, so generalized until nobody knows how to utilize it. So therefore, you're missing the opportunity to serve your client. So how can you potentially identify an ideal client if you don't even know how you're going to serve that client? That is something we discuss in before the RFP. Before we even get into NACE codes, I found this piece of industry information very interesting. Grant Thornton, and if you really get into government contracting, you'll really know their name. They do a lot of research and surveying within the industry. Put out a study, I would say it was 7 years ago, where they talked to a lot of agencies, a lot of different stakeholders in the government sphere. And one of the things they talked about was a lot of small businesses do not know how to communicate exactly what problem they solve. They were good at being generalists, but they were not good at being specific. They weren't good at really saying, this is what I do, and this is how I do it, and this is how I can help. Even in my experience, when I was talking to prime contractors, a lot of program managers and project managers, and those terminologies are not interchangeable. A program manager and a project manager are two different positions and they serve two different functions. That's something we're going to talk about as well. They talk about small businesses that sell services, but when it comes time to perform on a contract, they really don't have the skill to perform the work they said they do. And that's because they misidentify or misalign themselves. And it takes a while to get off from under a bad reputation in government contracting, especially when you win a reward and you can't perform because what you said you could do, you could not do. It's one thing to have poor performance for a different reason. It's another thing to just not be able to perform. So those are just three of the things that are coming down the pike for 2022. As in government contracting, we are now we're 1 week away from the last month in the first quarter of the government fiscal year. As we know, the fiscal year started October 1st. So while everybody else is winding down, the government is ramping up. And I want you to come out the gate swinging for Q2 government year. Join me Saturday night in my masterclass. Come with your contractor's notebook, come prepared to learn, come prepared to ask questions, and I will see you on tomorrow night. Have a good evening.